Hi guys, today I'm going to show you this super impressive, very powerful Egretech Portable Power Station, and in combination with that the perfectly suitable 100 watts foldable solar panel as a whole set. So these components here work of course perfect together. It's much better than buying a separate power station and solar panel. So you know from the beginning that these two components work perfectly together. What's super special here is first the high capacity, which is more than 1600 watt hours. To give you a number to compare, a normal average power station, even a large one, has usually around 300 watt hours. So this is more than 5 times the power of a normal average power station. And not only the capacity is extremely high, but also the maximum output power, which is 1500 watts. So this is pretty much perfectly suitable for everything from fridge, hairdryer, coffee maker, radio, TV, computer. There are almost no limits. The highest output power station which I have is around 500 watts. I have one which is supposed to be also 1500 watts, but it required a very complicated firmware update which always failed. So here we have this 1500 right from the beginning. You don't have to do any upgrades, nothing. You get it straight out of the box. That's super impressive and very important, especially in emergency situation where you don't have time to make an upgrade or try around. You want to have this working in case your power goes out, or of course also if you're just using this for travel, camping, fishing, some other outdoor activities. And what's also impressing me is how stylish the whole thing is. Of course it's not super lightweight, but at least we get this very helpful handle to carry it easier around, because the total item weight is 45 pounds, so it's definitely not a lightweight thing, but the power has to be stored somewhere, and here we have it in a very beautiful, super stylish case. So I'm going outside, unfold the solar panel connected to the power station, try to charge it for a little bit, and then we are going to test if we can really get so much power out of this power station. So stay tuned till the very end of the video. And so I have all the components which I need here. By the way, you get also some accessories. That's 12 volt carport charger to normal solar power. So we can use that while we are traveling in our car. We can already charge it, for example, when we go to camping or so. And we get also a long normal 110 volts charging cable. The awesome thing is that we don't need an extra transformer or other power supply. Everything is already built in here. Very clean design. But we get also some accessories here in the solar panel. By the way, of course, the solar panel and the power station both come with very detailed instructions manuals. And so we get this power cable, and so this is how it looks inside. So we have this controller and the MC4 connector, so we can connect it here, one side and also the other side. That's the normal standard way how to use solar panel with a power station. But when we are using this long connection cable, we get also these 3 other standard options to charge it, like also the Anderson and the DC, which is super simple to use. So we can close this and just leave a small opening here, and then we unfold the solar panel. You can see really nice, large, beautiful, and the solar panel comes with a built-in stand. So we can just put it into this position and pull here on the stands, one after each other, maybe start in the middle and then work to the outside, here on the right side, this one here on the left side. So we have a really stable connection from left to right, and we can adjust it in different angles. So we can put it up in a very upright position, for example if the sun is more flat in the morning or towards the evening, or we can make it more flat when we have a higher sun position. And so because we are in July, Florida, almost at noon, and the sun is pretty much straight up, so I make it as flat as possible. And so I use this yellow connection. We just open this flap here and put it inside super convenient. By the way, I really like this flap here on the side. It's not only a great style effect, but also gives nice protection against sun and especially against a few raindrops if you have. Of course, it's not fully waterproof, but this can still help. And so it's sitting now here and charging. Of course, not maximum power, you can see regarding the shape. Of course, I could put it down on the floor, but then I wouldn't have this great ventilation anymore, and probably I wouldn't even get more power, because as you know, the cooler you keep the solar panels, the more power you can get out of it. So of course, there's pretty much no way you can get 100 watts. That's not possible here, and that's also not possible with any other 100 watts solar panel. But let's see what we can get here at the moment. We are definitely above 60 watts. Most of the time even close to 70 watts, and so the power station is really nicely charging here. I've put it just for a moment flat on the ground to see what we get, and as you can see here, we are very close even to 90 watts. So looks like we have a really nice solar panel which you can even put flat on the ground and doesn't show signs of overheating, still putting almost 100 watts currently into this power station. By the way, you can see the power station fits nicely in the bag, maybe not fully, so there's no water protection from the solar panel, but when the sun is coming a little bit from the front and not totally from the top, we still have some decent protection against the heat from the sun when we put it a little bit here in the bag. And so when we are finished with charging, we can just unplug it. We unplug also the MC4 connector here, and then it's super easy to fold the solar panel again, just panel by panel, and after that we close it again, store the cable here in the accessory box, and we are ready to go. And so I'm back inside with the charged Egretech power station. It's not fully charged. I went inside because a storm was approaching, but I have enough charge to show you a couple of very interesting things. Let's start with the buttons here on top. When we long press, we can turn it on. The display is maybe not the brightest one, but usually inside absolutely no problem. Outside you have to maybe look a little bit closer, but it was definitely not a problem for me. And then we have the light itself. That's an awesome light here with some different settings. As you can see, we have a lower setting, higher setting, and a flashlight, and that's even automatic SOS. And when we push again, it turns off. So that's definitely strong enough to illuminate a larger area. Here we have the 12-volt car port. To activate, we just push here. And same thing with the USB area, we push here, and then we have power on the two USB-A outlets and on the two 100 watts USB-C ports. And because 100 watt is really a lot of power, I want to prove that it's really working. And so I've increased the voltage here with a PD trigger to 20 volts. I hope you can see that here. And so I start using the power. Now here we are at 101 watts. I hope you can see that here. Definitely proof that we are pulling more than 100 watts here. Checked also here, got confirmation 104 watts. Yeah, okay, I turned this down, but you don't have to be worried. We have really good protection here, especially for the AC power. If something happens, we have a push button here on the side. Turn it a little bit to the side. You can see we have access to this push button in case something happens. Solar charge here, and the 110 volts AC charge port, really beautiful implemented here. And on this side we have the two 110 volts AC outlets, and also here, like with all other ports, we have to activate that with a button, or we can deactivate it again. And so I'm using here also my USB test device. The power is on, but the display has turned off. This happens to save some battery, so we can just push here, reactivate the light, and so we go a little bit closer, and so we are increasing the power. You can see shows 11 watts consumption. We are at 71% battery. And so this would last for 99 hours. So I increased the power consumption, and now you can see it shows more wattage and the number of hours go down.
here even a little bit more power, 40 watts, and I've increased even more, and you can see it's still only USB power, which is actually 100 watts, and I'm pulling even more. It's 105 watts, but even at 105 watts, the battery of this super powerful power station would last for 10 hours, almost half a day. That's super impressive.
So everything has been working absolutely perfect, but now we want to test and see if the 1500 watts are really working. So I've brought my hair dryer, which has a maximum consumption of 1400 watts, so really close to the maximum, and so for that we are using this port. By the way, it's a 3-prong port, which means it's usually grounded, but of course that's not possible with a power station, but at least we have 3 holes. So if you have a 3-prong plug, it would also work. Just be careful when you're using something with a strong engine, like a fridge which has a compressor or so. And so we take the plug for the hair dryer, and we have to push the button to activate the AC power. You get confirmation here. And so as a little explanation here, we have 3 speed settings and 3 heat settings. I'm starting with low power and low heat, and then I increase to maximum heat because it's a little bit loud. I don't know if you can understand me. So we have it here on level 2, level 3, and now let's increase the heat. We are on 1, 2, and 3. Maximum power, maximum heat. I can definitely feel that. So yeah, super hot. Okay. Turn this off again. And now you heard that the fan has been spinning just for a little bit. With some other power stations, if they would be capable to deliver 1500 watts, the fan would spin for minutes, very loud. Here it was just very short and not even loud, and it stopped immediately after using the power. So that confirms that all the components here also inside are really good quality. I mean, we have also LiFePO4 batteries. That's exactly what we want here.
And because we have so much power here, it's very tempting to use this as an uninterrupted power source. And so that's what I have here. I have it plugged into the 110 volts outlet. And here on the right side, I've plugged the power strip, which is connected to my computer and also to the monitor and speaker and everything. And so we want to see what the display is saying. It is still charging, says 2 hours till fully charged. And we have this UPS sign here. That's something which I've never seen before. So we know it's definitely designed for that, for pass-through charging, 110 volts input and output at the same time. And so everything is running nice and quiet. But of course we want to see what's going to happen when we pull this out and simulate a power outage. By the way, of course, computer still running, monitor is running, and now I just pull this out and let's see what's going to happen. And you can see everything still running, computer running, monitor running, but of course it's now not charging anymore. Still says UPS, but it's not charging anymore. But we didn't have any outage on our computer, and as soon as we plug this back, can see starts charging automatically again. Of course, when we use it longer as a UPS, then sometimes the fan is turning on. I think that's the one here on the side. Can definitely be heard. It's not uncomfortable, but it can be heard for sure.
So definitely a great thing for you for travel, out in the woods, hunting, fishing, whatsoever, or for you at home here, or for your family as a backup power station. For example, in an emergency situation, there's really not much to complain. I mean, I have seen power stations with more outlets. There are also some power stations which have a little bit better visible display. I mean, we have all the information what we need, but in direct sunlight it's a little bit hard to see. I would say that's my biggest complaint. We also don't have any water protection. So if you're outside, you have to protect it from rain, of course. But definitely the most powerful and probably also easiest to use power station with is the highest capacity I've ever tested, so full recommendation from my side. And so if you're interested, I'll put down the link to the Amazon listing down into the description so you can check it out and order one for you if you like it. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below, and I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. See you next time.